Good morning, Hill Country family, and welcome to the Daily Word. This week, we have been, as a church body, many of us, fasting and praying. We've been called on by our pastor to corporately seek the Holy Spirit and ask Him what He wants us individually to lay down, to put aside, those things that we hunger for, whether it's food or something else that we desire. Another thing that we can set aside that might be a distraction to us and put our focus on the Lord, specifically asking Him to do something in our hearts. Search me, O God, and know my heart. We want to see change happen in this nation, but it's going to begin in the individual heart. And so the prayer that has been coming to my mind as I feel the hunger of not eating food is this: make me hungry, God, for you. It might sound silly, but I've literally wanted to cry at that intense hunger. But make me long even more for you, Jesus. Give me a desire for you that I never have had before, a hunger for you. And I want to read out of a book that I've actually been reading lately. It's called Fresh Wind, Fresh Fire. And it is a book about prayer and how it changed a church. The author is Jim Cymbala, and he says this: prayer ought to enter into the spiritual habits, but it ceases to be prayer when it is carried on by habit only. Desire gives fervor to prayer. That hunger for Him is what fuels our communication with Him and our desire to go before Him. The soul cannot be listless when some great desire fixes and inflames it. Strong desires make strong prayers. The neglect of prayer is the fearful token of dead spiritual desires. The soul has turned away from God when desire after Him no longer presses it into the closet. There can be no true praying without desire. Friends, this week, let that hunger lead you to pray for the hunger for God, the desire for Him, that it would lead us into our prayer closets, because that is where God in the secret place changes our hearts. And that's where the answer lies for our nation today, is in us looking in the mirror, saying, search my heart and know me. Tell me the things that are in there that you want to root out. And then let your expression of love for me and what you've shown me in my heart overflow to those around me. Let's cry out to Him for our hearts to hunger, and let's cry out for our nation.